I'm Amber Davies and welcome to Call to Stage. This is the space where musical theatre takes centre stage. From unforgettable backstage stories with incredible special guests to insights from my life and my theatre journey. We're leaving it all on the mic every single week, so let's jump in. Hi guys, welcome back to Call to Stage with me, Amber Davies. Sitting next to me is the rising star of musical theatre. It's Nathania Ong.
Oh, thank you so much. That is tall praise.
No, honestly, you are. You are the rising star.
That is like one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me.
You can change your bio on Instagram now
to rising star. Oh, bless. Oh my gosh, imagine that. There's so little info about that at the moment.
Oh my God. So, you like to be called Natty, right?
Yes,
Or what do people call you? Natty?
Yeah. I like my dad used to teach me the singing when I was a kid because obviously coming from Singapore, no one could say the TH. So I'd get called like Nathania a lot or Nathania. Okay. So because of that, he made me introduce himself as like, hi, my name's Nathania, but you can call me Natty. And so it just kind of stuck, you know?
It's funny because I actually only know you as Natty because Ben Joyce trained with you, didn't he?
Yeah. To be fair, we like barely saw each other. He was a much better dancer than me. I won't lie. The man can move. Well, better than me. I was stuck in bottom set the whole time and he was like thriving around top set.
But you did Candide together.
We did indeed. So, he was so good.
When I first met him, he always used to mention this girl called Natty. And then I discovered you and I thought, oh, wow, this gal. So pick any role. I asked this to every guest.
Okay.
Pick any role you've played. What is your pre-show ritual?
So with this current show that I'm doing at the moment, my pre-show ritual is I'll come upstairs, I'll set up like a little humidifier and I have like these little set of essential oils so that I can tailor it to my mood for the day.
Wow.
It's just like, I know, I feel so fancy. I've like never done this. I went from like scrappy Éponine to like, what flavor, what smell are we feeling today?
So that is bougie.
Yeah, I know. I've leveled up in life.
I might adopt that from you.
You should totally do it. And also because I think some places also have the portable humidifiers as well.
Yeah.
So you could easily just like toss that into into the truck or wherever and then gets brought over. It's
so
great.
Say you were nervous, say you had like people in or like your agent was bringing someone to watch you. What scent would you use for that?
Oh, I love like a mix of lavender and geranium.
Okay.
That's from my sister because she's in love with geranium.
Okay.
So that would be like my scent to like calm myself down. But if I need like a kick, then I'm like lemongrass and grapefruit.
That is such a good idea.
You should do it.
Oh my gosh. You've really just opened the door here for me for like scents and moods.
Thanks. I feel like I'm a very smell-based person.
Yeah.
I went to an all-girls school, so yeah, everyone was always like, this is this person's, and always knew. Yeah.
So you grew up in Singapore. How was that? Did you do musical theatre in school? Did you sing?
Okay, so I sang since a very young age, but in terms of musical theatre, nothing, nada. I did like one small production of like Narnia, the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, which is a musical as well. Some of the songs are actually pretty good as well. So I really enjoyed the time. But obviously I was like a kid and that was my only instance of musical theatre. And I think I only discovered the world of musical theatre when I applied to drama schools pretty much. And then, but not even the first year I applied because I got rejected that.
I know,
I've got
that down, we have to delve into that. So how did you have the access to know that there were schools in London? Like, because I'm from Wales, right? In a small town in North Wales. And I had no idea about like the colleges that I could apply for. Did you have like a friend or did you have like, where did you get the information from?
Well, I think I kind of started out just applying for like straight acting. So that first year when I applied to all 5 schools, they were all straight acting because I figured like I've spent most of my life singing. Yeah. I want to beef up like the acting part. But I also just, silly enough, I didn't realize you actually had to be able to act to get into acting school.
Okay.
So it just didn't compute.
Register.
But I only applied for like the big schools, like the really super highly, like the RADAs, the Lambdas, the Guildhalls. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of out of my depth here at the moment. Yeah. So I think that first year was I guess it was a time and a trial of learning and of just
like you needed that.
Yeah, like I think so. It also like it kind of knocked me down, like took me down a peg, I think, because I was so hopeful and I was so like I guess gung ho about the whole thing, and I wanted to be here, to study, to train, and I didn't realize like what it took and how much it would cost to do that.
Okay.
And so I think that...
So you were just like a teenager with big dreams.
I was a child. I was a child going, no, I want this. And then like try my hand at it.
I love that because I saw in an interview you said the arts aren't as supported locally in Singapore. So was there no Sunday schools or Saturday schools or like any type of colleges you could go there to
train effectively? Yeah. I think I was kind of fresh out of my A-levels when I did try.
Okay.
But actually there are a few acting schools in Singapore. And so that's what I did. So I went into a straight acting course, like a 3-year BA as well.
Okay, amazing.
And
that's what got you ready to come over here.
I think so, you know? Yeah, I mean, it definitely like taught me so much about acting. I think the style of acting in Singapore in terms of like the curriculum versus here is, I think here is... like there's a lot of like internal work and like teaching techniques, whereas I think that in Singapore they work a lot from the body out. So we learn like commedia dell'arte, we learn no theater. I think in second year they do Suzuki as well, like Japanese style like stuff, and then we also learn like Gallery Piatu, which is like a South Indian martial art. That
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That the fact that you have like have had access to that.
Yeah.
Like in so. Do you know what? That's insane.
Oh, thank you. I think it really like we I feel like as an actor you're kind of just like, and as a person we're just like built of all of like the small little building blocks that we've picked up along the way.
Exactly.
And so yeah, I'm
but
really
that will make
that.
sense of how you are as a performer now, because you have like, you know, a different quality, I think.
Oh, different? What do you mean different?
Like high level. Your acting through song, which I've witnessed, is like different league.
Oh, you know? Thank you so much.
Can tell you've worked.
I just like crying a lot. Like, I think that's yes. Oh, that's so bad. I mean, we're actors. Aren't we?
I know the drama. We
had
the
drama.
So, like you said, you auditioned for 5 London schools and declined by all. And you actually think, in some way, that benefited you.
Yes. So I think what happened from there was I got rejected from all of these schools. I went to an acting school in Singapore, and then I'd kind of given up on coming to the UK entirely. I was just going to finish my full course, and that was going to be it. But then my best friend convinced me to go and apply. Yeah, I know. She's the best. I spoke to her, I think 2 days ago. She's over doing her PhD at the moment. She's so smart. Yeah.
And it was her that said to you, go for it again.
Yeah. She was like, the worst they can say is no. I was like, okay, I think you're correct. Maybe I try la. Yeah. So then I tried again. But I
God
missed,
for your best friend.
Yeah, I know. But I missed literally every single application date except for Mountview, who was auditioning in Singapore. Because I was like, I don't have the money to fly for a first round anymore. I was like, let me.
Auditioned
they do.
in Singapore.
That was the first year they auditioned in Singapore, like officially.
I had no idea colleges do that.
Yeah, there's a few. I think East 15 also comes to Singapore, and Central School of Speech and Drama as well also comes to Singapore.
Oh my gosh. So hang on. So Mountview came over. You auditioned for them.
Yes.
Was it like a normal audition day?
It was like a normal audition day, but way less people. So imagine you're coming in and there's like 100 people in the room. You came into this and it was like 3. Like there's no one
and you're
there.
Like, look at me.
Yeah, I think it's good because you do definitely get a little bit more like attention. They actually see you, which is really nice.
Who from Mountview came? Like, was it the principal? And
it was Neil Rutherford, who is our industry liaison, and then it was Eddie, who I think handles more of like the foundation courses in Mountview.
That's blown my mind. That has. I love that.
Yeah, it's
Did
great.
you get a good vibe in the room? You were like, I think I may have got in.
I think I would have felt the vibe more if I could breathe, but I was so nervous. I literally had no idea what was coming out of my mouth.
Do you know what? It's so lovely. I always say, like, because I have loads of guests sitting on the couch, and they will always say, you know, I couldn't afford to go to drama school, or I actually auditioned for this role one year and they declined me, and then I got offered it the year after. Like, it's so important for our listeners to know, like, Natty literally auditioned for 5 colleges in London and got declined from everyone, and now she is thriving. Like, you just don't stop, you know.
Rising star.
Yeah, the rising star. You need to keep going. You know, if it's your dream, like, you know, what would you say to your younger self if you could?
I think I would say, like, chill out. I was so stressed out about everything and I put so much weight in everything. But I think that I've learned over time that, you know, there's the right place, right time. And also, like, I have grown so much as a person from who I was when I was younger. And I'm really grateful for each of these little lessons that I've learned along the way. Like, even for this role that I've booked now and even for Éponine, I got rejected from both of them. At the time I was auditioning, I auditioned for Éponine on the West End, got rejected. And it went to one of my really close friends who is incredibly talented, Shardesi. And for this, I applied for standby for the Three Sisters, and then I got pretty far, and then it didn't work out. But then I ended up booking Éponine. So everything just works out for a reason.
Look at that. So I want to say your West End debut was Be More Chill, the musical.
Yes.
So had you just graduated?
I had. I think I was out for maybe about a month. I was auditioning for a few things along there.
Okay.
But I think it was about a month after I'd like kind of officially finished my final production.
Yeah. And what was that audition process like?
It was interesting. I submitted a tape of, I think, Pitiful Children. Like there's like this big like singy bit that I do. So it was that. And then it was some sections of Smartphone Hour, which is like her big song, like Jenna Rowland's big song. Yeah, so I literally did that. I didn't hear anything back for like ages. And then they were just like, hi, can you come in for a dance call? And I was like, oh, I'm not getting this. I can't dance. So I came in and then there were only 2 other people and we auditioned like on the stage. They taught us some of the choreo to Smartphone Hour. I did it and I was just like, this is not happening. I will not get this.
Really?
But then I did. And then... yeah, then just got into the show and the cast was so talented. And I was like, I can't believe I'm here with everyone.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, when you got that call from your agent and they said, Natty, you've booked it. Mm-hmm. What was that feeling like?
I have this really big thing where anytime I'm experiencing any kind of mild shock, I fall on the floor. Which is a really odd thing. I know. I'm a big weirdo. Sorry. I am completely exposing myself right now. But yeah, so I literally heard it and my knees went weak and I was like, oh my gosh. Like
it like took over your whole body.
Yeah. And I think that for someone, especially who like traveled so far to like kind of pursue that dream and to be here, it was a bit of a pat on the back. And also for me, a really big thing of like showing my family who have always supported me along the way that like, I can do it. You didn't waste your money. You didn't waste that hope and that belief in me. And yeah, it's really special for me.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
Thank you.
And then you went on to do Les Mis, Éponine. You did tour first.
I did.
How was that?
Yeah, it was.
As Éponine?
Yeah, as Éponine.
So you started tour and then you went into town?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was interesting because I mentioned that I got cut from the auditions to the West End production. And so I got given like a flat. Now I know some people were kind of put on hold for that and were re-auditioned for the tour. When the touring auditions happened, I actually didn't get seen for like ages. So I heard all of my friends going back in and doing all of these auditions. And I was like, oh, like that's a shame. I really would have liked to be seen for that. But then I had a job at the time. I was in Be More Chill. Yeah. So I was just like chilling out. And then it was only 2 days before I finished Be More Chill where they were like, can you come in for a fast round audition as Éponine? And I was like, okay. But everyone had been auditioning since like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I was like, sure. I mean, I'll jump in. I was like, no hope for this. But I went in, I did the audition. And within the next week, I booked the job. And I started rehearsals in 3 weeks from that date.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. I mean, you are the perfect Éponine.
That's very kind of you.
You know, there was a viral video of you going around. Yeah. And it was basically, it was you singing on my own at the big night of musicals. And I was shocked when I saw the video. Oh I think I must have watched it about 10, 11, 12 times. Oh, wow.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
It did go everywhere, though, didn't it?
It made it to Singapore, I'll say that much.
Did it?
Yes.
Honestly, I watched it and I just thought, holy hell, who is this woman?
Oh, that's so kind of you.
It was amazing. But
that's also considering you're incredibly talented as well, and you've done so much.
This is about you. This is about you. No. It sat so it's so easy in your voice. Like it didn't feel like a push at all.
Oh, it's so interesting that you say that, because when I first got the job, I was really struggling. It was too low for me. Because if you speak to Ben as well, like I did Candide, but I played Lady Cunegonda, who obviously sings like the big operetta, like aria, glitter and begay. So I spent most of my life singing like big soprano classical stuff, and I'd never belted before I went to Mountview. And then suddenly I only belt now.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, it's all I do is yell. Healthily yell, but I yell.
I love that. So if you was to explain to because I asked this, I had Joanna Ampil in
oh my gosh,
day.
Queen.
I know. And also she has just belted her entire life, and now she's playing Carlotta. And I was like, how? Like, do you have to sing differently? Like, say you were going to belt, or say you were going to do soprano. What is the thing you'll change in your voice?
I think the main thing is like they have this thing called tilt. So yeah, you literally just like tilt. I don't know if it's let me not misquote this so everyone comes to me. I think it's the cricothyroid that you tilt like anatomically, like you just tilt it forwards a little bit. And I think that gives that little like quality to your voice.
Oh my God, you literally just took me back to college.
I know. What a time, right?
I have not heard those words literally since third year. Like, I'm having PTSD.
Where did you go?
I went to Erdang.
Okay.
I'm an Erdang girl.
Oh, so you must be a really good dancer then. Wow.
Everyone says that.
But no comment, but absolutely no comment.
It's like, I can dance.
Yeah.
More of a singer-actress though.
Perfect. Okay.
Do you know
we'll get along swimmingly.
When I went to Erdang and I saw like the third years and they were like full out, like whacking their legs, could do all of this flipping. Like I thought I was going to leave as one of those type of I didn't leave as one of those type of dancers, but you know, I still worked, and that's the main.
No, I mean, you're doing very well for yourself, honey. Don't worry about that.
I would love to ask you then your different opinion between town and tour.
Okay.
What's your fave?
Ooh, I mean, very, very different things. I think tour was great for me at the time, just because I was obviously fairly fresh to the company and the country.
Yeah.
And so I think it was a great opportunity for me to like see everything. So now when people are like, oh, Hull, I'm like, yeah, I know what that looks like. But to be fair, some of the food there was actually popping off. I love food.
Yeah,
So I I just like, I enjoyed and I did this thing with like a few of my really close pals who I've kept in contact with, where we tried a Sunday roast at every venue, or maybe even multiple Sunday roasts at each venue. So if you ask me about my favorite Sunday roast, I got a lot to talk about, honey.
Okay, where is your favorite Sunday roast in the country?
Ooh, I would actually say it is the Lockup in Bristol.
Okay.
It's very good.
I've done Bristol. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. You should have gone back. You'll be back.
You'll be back.
Also, Bristol's a beautiful place.
Oh my God.
A great holiday destination.
I love it.
So good.
And then town is obviously same place, same theatre. But I feel like it's so different because you're like home.
Yeah, it is very different. I feel like as someone, like my family's all the way over back in Singapore, so it's not like the family element is changing that much. So I think that for me, what really makes each of the experiences just the company. Like if the company is nice and I'm liking the people and I'm enjoying the vibes, then it's perfect.
Yeah. It is a lot about like you could literally be playing your dream role, but that instantly can be changed if you're in, a disconnected company. So I feel like from what I've heard, you've always just experienced a really nice homely environment.
I've actually been so lucky with my companies, and I don't know what it is. I'm just very grateful.
Yeah.
Don't question it. Just take it.
You let me know if you have like a bad experience.
Oh, I will. I'll be on it. Don't you worry about it.
And then can I just talk about, I saw your cover of the Her World Singapore magazine.
Yeah.
Please, can we talk about that?
Oh my gosh.
You looked insane. insane.
Thank you. I did not know I could look like that. I spent half of my life looking like a lemon. So I was like, wow, oh my gosh, who is she? Like, it was, for me, the big one was when they had like this like hair attachment.
Yeah.
And I think because at the time I was coming back to Singapore to do Into the Woods as the role of Cinderella.
Yeah.
So they kind of did it kind of like theatre Into the Woods themed. And I was like, wow, this is cool.
Honestly, we're going to have to get some pictures up because I was just like, Natty, who is this girl?
Girl, I didn't even know who I was. I was like, what's she doing? What's she doing there?
How long did it take you to get ready for that?
I think it was... it was actually, that one was a very tight shoot because I just migrated back over. I'd already lost a week from Les Mis to come back to Singapore, and they really wanted to shoot. And so I had to do it before rehearsals on a Saturday. So I think
Flipping out, booked and blessed.
I was lucky at the time. Now I'm just like chilling and I'm finally enjoying life now.
Yeah.
Feel like I'm back to being a normal human being, which is great. But I think I started my shoot at 8 a.m. So that meant I was up at 6 or 7 a.m. like getting ready. And then I just sat in the makeup chair, like getting everything put on me. I think that took about 2 hours, but I didn't realize, because I've never done like a fashion shoot before. They were literally like poking and prodding me every second of the day, and I was like,
good.
Yeah, they were literally like adjusting my hair. They were like, yeah, we'll just put a bit more blush, and I was like, blush, like, yeah.
I mean, for your family, I bet that was just like an out of body experience for them to see like, you know, their baby on the cover of a magazine and like with a huge spread. Like,
you know what's the funniest thing is that I look so similar to my dad.
Do you?
So that was him in a wig and like really in a beautiful H&M like Mugler, yeah, dress, and he looked as good as I could have looked. So that was hilarious. But he's also like my biggest fan. So he was showing it to all his patients. He was bringing it to work and showing it to people.
That is dad behavior.
Totally. Yeah. And it's really funny. Like sometimes he talks like he is me, and it's a little scary. No, I'm joking.
Living vicariously through you.
Yeah.
I hope you've got some of those pictures framed.
They do. But I don't know, like, so sometimes like, I don't know if you get like fans who give you photos of yourself.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to do with them sometimes.
You know, the best thing to do is hang them up in your bathroom, because
so you can watch yourself pee.
Well, no, it's when people go to your bathroom.
Yeah,
it's the one time that they'll just sit there and look at all of your achievements.
Oh, and it's a nice reminder then, I guess.
Yeah,
in that
and like you can just sit there and go for a wee and just be like, oh yeah, I did that once.
Oh yeah,
you know,
once upon a time.
In the
days of my youth. Yeah.
And of course, now you're playing Eliza.
I am.
And Hamilton. Obviously, my listeners know Hamilton's my favourite show in the world.
Is it?
I'll never be in it, sadly, but I don't mind.
When you can kick your leg up and you can do all the flips and stuff, then we'll get you in.
Then.
Or you could be the king.
I could be the king.
Yeah. Make it happen. Everyone make it happen.
First female king. Queen. Queen.
Yes.
Georgina.
Yes, come on. We love that.
Let's make it Hamilton.
Let's rewrite history. Come on, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do it.
Sign the petition here. Queen Georgina. I can do it all, honestly.
This is cracking me up. You are so multi-talented. You even changed genders, ma'am.
Do you know I've actually done Lin-Manuel Miranda's material before, because I did Bring It On and he wrote Bring It On.
Oh my, I love that show.
So in some way I feel like I've scratched the itch of the god himself.
Did you enjoy Bring It On? Like,
I loved it.
I'm not gonna lie, I am dying to do that show because I was a cheerleader for 8 years of my life. A competitive cheerleader.
In Singapore?
Yeah, so I would love to just be ensemble.
You're perfect for that.
I don't know about that.
I mean, they cancelled us nine months early, so I don't...
I heard about that. I'm so sorry about that.
It's fine. It hurt,
tough,
but it's
man.
fine. I would never have met Ben if it didn't get cancelled, because I never would have done Back to the Future.
Everything happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. Wow.
It hurt though at the time, you know.
Of course.
Cut deep.
Also because like we're not like magical. We can't like see into the future either.
No.
So you don't
at that point I thought my career was done, you know, but luckily it wasn't.
But I mean, look at you now. Come on, Vivian.
Talk to me about Eliza.
Oh, okay. So Eliza, the kindest, most beautiful soul there is. I think she, honestly, even in terms of the musical, I feel like you don't learn enough about her because she is an incredible woman and she did so much. Like she was the one who compiled all of Hamilton's history, who interviewed all of the soldiers that fought with him. And yeah, she was also described to be his right-hand man before his passing. Some of her actual like handwriting was found in some of the papers that he wrote as well.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was a very eloquent woman.
You know, I have a picture of Eliza's grave.
Really?
Do you want to see it?
Oh my, I would love to see it. I've not seen it.
I went to see the tour and then we went to New York a week later.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, and everyone's like put little offerings as well. She was just so well respected. And
I know.
She was such an incredible
For
person.
me, Eliza's the heart of the show, you know? And it's funny because we've had Shan Aiko on the show before and we asked her what the gasp means at the end. So I would love to know what your interpretation of the gasp is at the end.
I'm not gonna lie, I think we all kind of get given the same notes
Go on then.
when we do it.
Tell us what the rest
also,
says.
every single person who's asked me, I've been like, ooh, trade secret. So you're getting it first here.
We're getting the tea.
Yeah, no, I know.
Exclusive.
To be honest, I feel a bit bad because I feel like Shan kind of like let the secret out before I could get to it. But I think I do agree. It was kind of her seeing her legacy. And I think for me as an actor, I don't like making things too complicated for myself. So I think that when you get that gasp at the end, it's kind of that moment when the lights lift off the theater and you see every single face sat in the audience and you're seeing them for the first time and you're coming out of that story to realize that she did it. She succeeded. It took her how many years of her passing for this to happen, but Hamilton's legacy carried on just like she hoped for it to.
Oh my God, I've got goosebumps also. Look at my leg.
Oh,
how old are you, Natty?
I just turned 26.
You're just unbelievably wise, aren't you?
Me? Wise?
In your own way.
Oh, thank you so much. That's because you don't see me day to day. I describe myself as a lemon day to day.
I want the thumbnail of the YouTube to be just a lemon over
please.
Natty's head.
Oh my gosh, can you put when they have like the strawberry filter with like the eyes? Can you do that?
Oh my gosh,
can someone make that
be
happen?
Hysterical. And then I have 2 more questions to ask you because I can't keep you all day. I very much appreciate that you've got a show tonight.
Not at all. Don't worry about it.
You know, Eliza on the West End.
Oh, thank you.
I read on your spotlight.
Yes.
That apparently you can ice skate.
I can.
Well?
Not like ridiculously well. I wasn't like Olympic trained, but I kind of like, I don't know if you guys have like a similar system, but I was just below freestyle 1. So I think like to qualify, you'd need to be like but you have like all like the gamma data, like delta, beta, alpha, like all of that stuff before you get to freestyle. So I kind of finished all of like the prerequisites, but I was a child.
Okay.
I was a little child who was barely getting too big for her boots, literally, because I was growing out of them. And I was taking my sister's old boots. So
I did a ice skating show at the start of the year on live television called Dancing on Ice.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's amazing.
I was a semi-finalist actually. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well you're probably 10 times better than I am now.
You know, maybe at Christmas, maybe we could get an Amber v Natty skate off.
We could try, but I haven't skated since I was about 10. So it would be you absolutely trashing my 10-year-old self. So it would not be a versus, it would be a beatdown is exactly what it would be.
I just loved it when I was looking at your spotlight and I just thought, I wonder if that's actually like, you know, when you just pretend, but you actually can ice skate. I really thought you'd go, no, I can't.
You know, what would have been worse if you asked me if I could actually speak Mandarin because...
Can you not?
No.
We're really exposing.
I know. I can speak bits. I can like maybe sometimes on a good day order food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you teach me one thing?
I mean, you probably know like the ni hao,
which is
just hello.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the tone is quite important as well because you can very much change the meaning. So if you say like mama, then it's mother. If you say like something like mama or mama, it becomes your mother is a horse. Like it's so It's so easy. And honestly, like anyone who watches this will be like, yeah, you have no idea. Because I couldn't even give you the right tone.
Mama?
Yeah. Like it should be mama.
Mama.
Mama is mother.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's cute. And then obviously Baba is Baba.
Baba. So it's literally all about like
it's tones.
Yeah, like
there's
singing.
like 4 main ones.
It's like singing.
Yeah, it is. If you can sing, you can speak Mandarin.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened to me.
I'm gonna download
Duolingo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can you speak anything? Can you speak Welsh?
I'm fluent Welsh.
Can you teach me something in Welsh then?
I'll say bore da.
Bore da.
Is good morning.
Okay.
Mama.
Bore da. Mama. Bore
Bore
da.
da. There we go.
Yes. Perfect. This is much better than the skate off. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we're not going to skate off anymore. Okay, I'm just going to ask you one question from our listeners who have sent in a load of questions.
I hope it's a kind one. I'm scared.
This is very, very cliche, but I feel like I've got to ask you because I feel like you're limitless when it comes to your career. And you know,
that's so kind.
It doesn't have to be on the West End right now. You know, the show doesn't have to exist even on Broadway, but what would be your dream role? My
dream role is to play the role of Soprano 1 in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So
specific.
I'm in love with that score. I think it's so beautiful. And I think it is such a wonderful story of like, obviously overcoming adversity, of acceptance, of kindness. I think there's so much in that. And I think that it inspires me a lot. Like, obviously, apart from the score being absolutely stunning, I think that it inspires me to give more love, to give more kindness, to be more accepting, to do more for people, and to not allow myself to sit tight and to let life pass me by.
I think that is the perfect way to end this session, but you are a breath of fresh air.
Oh, thank you so much.
And thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, guys. Bye.